creatives, creative types of people. We're messy creatures by nature in every aspect of life. And let's be honest, there's enough blame to go around about it. And part of that messiness is the perfectionism that goes along with it, because a lot of us creative types are perfectionistic kinds of people. Did I say is or are? Are perfectionistic types of people. And I figure, given that I've just spent the morning looking at lighting and looking at cameras and so many other things, and wishing I had enough money for this and wishing I had enough money for that, and wanting to get everything perfect, you know? I mean, quite frankly, I filmed in here once and had some really bad light flicker. And it stresses me out, so I stopped filming in here. I stopped even trying to film in here once I saw that video, and I've redone my settings, so it should be anti-flicker. But I figure, you know, for the moment, I'm going to say, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry if my lights are flickering. If that's a little bit distracting or anything like that. Because you see, if I don't just start creating, just whatever, with this U-Butte camera that I bought for myself and had all these grand plans with, because, you know, I mean, let's be honest, again, all the cameras that are, you know, spoken about online, while wonderful in their own right, it always looks better when someone who has played with it for, you know, good 6 months or so and really dug down into getting themselves quite the professional sort of standing with any of these cameras. They make them look bloody good. And then as an amateur you start and, you know, it's never quite the same. It takes time, practice. And practice doesn't even, you know, that doesn't always make perfect either, because, geez, I've been practicing life for half a century now and, whew, now that's far from perfect. So I just figured today, and I figured in general, it really is time to just start being a messy creator. Having random messy thoughts. And at the moment, my messiness, my greatest messiness is to do with how my physical limitations have been putting the kibosh on things, with me having to take medication that doesn't leave me too well off up here. And so I kind of put myself off with filming, and it's not even a medication thing, it's also the fact that I've got so much going on in my personal life and have had for so long. You know, I'm one of those kind of people that, you know, others look at and go, she's so much problem. She is the problem in her own life. And yeah, that's a story for another day. That really is a story for another day, because admittedly, I am the problem in my own life. I am what cannot get out of my own way in life. But it's on a whole different level to what the majority of people think, based on the fact that I'm still struggling to tell my own story in my own words. And so, yeah, the messiness of it all, It doesn't bode well for any form of creativity in which comes from, you know, for me, especially as a writer, I write from a place of memoir, or what I call from a place of memoir. I write from my lived experiences, and writing from lived experience in the messiness of my life, it's not easy. It just pours out. It's like torrents of sewage just pouring from me at this point. And added to that is the overwhelming nature of the human dams. You know, those building walls around me to dam it all up, to dam me up, so that what's in me never comes out. And part of that messiness is a lifetime in which I have continuously, since I was 18 years old. Next year is going to be my year. Next year is going to be the one that I can do what I want for me. Next year is going to be the year that I can finally live my life for me and for no one else. Yeah. Well, you know, that's a funny story in itself too. And for 2025, that was going to be my year of closure so that I can move forward in my life. And yet, here we are, over midway in 2026, and I have just one more event of closure to take care of. In 8.5 weeks' time, and I can finally open the floodgates on that dam. Well and truly, once and for all. I'm the always gonna, never does. I'm the always gonna that never seems to get anywhere other than achieving failure. Failure to launch, failure to succeed in my creative pursuits, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating for me, it's frustrating for my nearest and dearest in my life, in particular Mr. Rawson, and it's frustrating for loyal readers. I've got, you know, like I don't have a lot. I'm not, you know, I'm not one of those people who says that I'm everything, and sees myself as really anything huge when it comes to who I write for and how I write, because I write for me, really. Writing is for me. But I do have a few followers, just a few, who do take what they can from my writing and enjoy it. And I can acknowledge that now. I couldn't have acknowledged that quite a while ago because I was taught that's bragging. That's you can't acknowledge that. You can't acknowledge that you're good at something. And, you know, therein lies another part of the messy problem for creativity and perfectionism. And so, I want to get on with my writing because I know there are people that are waiting for some. And what I've come to realise is that 2026 is my actual year of closure. 2026 is the year that I can finally move forward. That as I hit my 54th birthday, fucking 4 years it's taken for me to finally be able to go, this is my life. And I get to live it for me, as messy, as chaotic, as imperfectly as however I fucking please. And I'm really looking forward to it, but in all of that, there is that messy vibe of never quite getting there, never quite achieving, always wanting to get myself ready, get my equipment ready, having the right lighting, knowing how to edit my videos more professionally looking, wanting the next kind of camera. I'm a little bit addicted to DJI at the moment. And yeah, that's going to be fun. That's going to be a fun new hobby and toy that Mr. Rawson and I are making some plans for 2027 that should be kind of fun and interesting. I'm not giving anything away, but because who knows? Who knows? I don't know how things are going to turn out in the aftermath of 8.5 weeks' time when I bring the final closure to certain aspects of my life that I don't quite feel free enough to talk about yet, but I'm working on it. And just this messy little outpouring of nothing really, just to talk, just to get it off my chest. You know, it's something for me. And that's what this channel is about. It's the something for me that could potentially be a little bit of something for someone else, but it's not really meant to be anything for anyone else in the grander scheme of things, other than to say, be you. Messy's fine. We're all human. And I believe me, I'm outwardly messy for the greatest part. I'm a walking, talking catastrophe zone. And there's no catastrophizing of that basic factual reality. It's just fact. Which again, as I say, these are topics for other days, because it's funny how those of us who can acknowledge that we are walking, talking, chaotic messes are cited as, doing the woe is me, throwing the pity parties and throwing out victim cards, when in actual fact, we are just delivering brutally cold hard facts. Being able to acknowledge, be aware of who and what we are. And the people who put on the perfectionistic airs and graces, the sainted, can do no wrong and living perfect lives people, oh my God, what they hide behind their closed doors. And it's funny, while they play victim, and it's hilarious to me how the people who go, yeah, I'm fucked up, I don't deny it, I'm fucked up, are accused of playing woe is me. But the people who are always going, that person doesn't like me, or, this and that, or, I don't know, the person who is always someone else's victim and talking about how much they are someone's victim and how that person's a problem and this, that and the other, they're always given the support for being the victim when really, yeah, no. Now that came out a little bit messier than what it was. It sounded better in my head to explain that, but I think you get the gist of where I'm coming from. And, you know, hey, messy is as messy does, and like attracts like. So anyone who's going to be watching at this point is actually going to have understood exactly what I was just saying. Because in and of itself, it's a head fuckery. And isn't human society in general? Like, really, isn't that human society in general? So, yeah, I did talk about the fact that I was going to do my junkyard ramblings, and I think getting creatively messy at this point is a really good way of doing things as well, considering that I've got 8.5, you know, look, possibly 10 weeks in which it's going to be chaotic, it's going to be messy, because there is going to be an aftermath to a major event in my life that is about to occur. And yes, I do intend to share that major event and the goings on when said and done. Because now is simply not the right time. There are other people involved, and people who deserve magic in their lives. People who deserve happy days. Memorable happy days. And that's exactly what it needs to be. Because, I don't know, you get a whole lot of people together, and no matter which aspects, where they come from, we all know people are drama at this stage, and we all know why people like me are choosing to completely isolate. And that in itself, again, is another lot of messy fun in terms of me creating mess by talking to people when I'm completely isolated at this point. Oh my goodness, wicked webs of humanity and all. Yes, there we go. So yeah, I suppose I may as well keep going and cleaning up this mess, because it's been a long, hard few months on the physical front, on the medical front, and even on the mental front, with trying to get the motivation to get on top of what, you know, just life. Getting that stove clean for one, which I hope the camera isn't showing up too much, but I thought, bugger it, you know what? This is real. You know? We all end up with really messy stovetops sometimes, and that kettle, oh my lordy me, that kettle. My best friend who chose to check out of this life 18 years ago now, just over 18 years ago, she checked out of this life. Oh, that kettle, we had many long hot cuppers poured from that kettle, and yeah, it's looking a bit old and worn these days, but I still can't part with it. And yeah, I'm likely to get a new one, but put that one aside in a very special place in memory of my my beautiful friend, my Anamkara, the friend of my soul. You know, soul friends, great topics for another day. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's been messy enough for today, and I think that can just go on. And as I say, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry if there's a light buzz, a light flicker, whatever here today. And if the lighting's not perfect, because, you know, hey, at least I got a mic on, which hopefully makes the sound a little bit more leaning towards perfect, other than the sound of my voice, which apparently is not pleasant for some ears. So, oh, there's always something, you know, the whole thing of, if you're not getting picked up on for something, then you're doing everything wrong. So if I'm getting picked up for having a really annoying voice that people don't want to listen to, well then, number one, fuck you. And number two, well, hey, at least it proves somebody's listened to something. So I must be doing something right at this point. So yeah, okay, no worries. Okay, well, thanks for sticking around and, hope to see you back again maybe for, yeah, what's certainly going to be a messy 8 to 10 weeks. Yeah, okay. Bye for now.